Hello, it's Jeremy from the First Aid Team. Last time I talked about the headlines, if you will, about how to deal with burns. I want to go into a little bit more detail. Now, quite clearly, if you've had an incident, you've maybe dumped a pot of boiling water over you, draining the veg and it splashes back and you cover yourself, you have an argument with the bonfire or flames, barbecues, then you're going to be going to hospital and you're going to be shouting for an ambulance, and quite rightly too. But for less severe burns, we need a different approach. We need to assess, do we need to go to hospital? Can we get away with dealing with it at a first aid level? To help us decide this, we have an acronym called SCALD. For once it bears some resemblance to the topic. SCALD. Folks, the size of the burn is important. Any superficial burn, the old first degree burn, greater than 5% of the body surface area, we should be going down and getting it checked out at a minor injuries unit or A&E. Any blistered burn, the old second degree or partial thickness burn, 1%. All full thickness or third degree burns must go for medical attention. To help you decide on how big it is, the front of your hand, that area represents approximately 1% of your body surface area. Clearly, we cool. Minimum 20 minutes. Which brings me on to C for cause. As I mentioned in my previous one, if it's an electrical injury, make sure the power is off before you go anywhere near the casualty. Yes, once the power's off, we do the normal cool it bit, but do consider the other risks with electric shock. It can cause internal burns. We can't cool those. It can cause fits. And most importantly, probably, it can mess with your heart. The medical profession estimate or advise us that any electric shock greater than half an amp has got the potential to cause your heart to develop an irregular rhythm or indeed fail altogether. And the risk period is up to 6 hours after the shock. So all electric shock must go in. From this, I do exclude cattle fences and static electricity. Chemical injuries can be very significant, lots of potential complications, but you really need to make sure you're not going to get hurt. Before you start splashing water around, check the packaging on the container. Check your COSH data sheet if you're in work. There are some chemicals, including ones you might have in your home, where water is about the last thing you should be doing because you can make matters a huge amount worse. Do consider, especially if somebody's unconscious and you suspect chemicals, should you even be in the same room as them. Age comes into a play. The impact of a burn on the very young, which is defined as 6 or under, or the elderly, 60 or over, always need medical attention. The impacts are great more severe on those age groups than on the majority population. Location, burns anywhere to the head, the hands, the feet, any burns that go all the way around a body part, any burns to the buttocks or genitalia should receive medical attention. Finally, depth, which is the superficial, partial thickness and full thickness. So there you go, that's your minor injuries. If it breaks any of those levels, those guidance, medical attention, anything less than that, generally, unless of course you have particular issues or worries or concerns, can be dealt with at the home level. Other than that, folks, I wish you a great week, and I'm going to come back in one more broadcast about burns next time. Take care. Bye-bye.